Look at what the TIE Hunter is doing here. Very smart choice, using sentry wards to block off the camp. And this is actually because they're fearing that the puppy is gonna be jungling in their jungle. And the reason that he actually used sentry wards instead of observer ward is that sentry ward does the job fine. If the Chen comes here and he finds, oh, my creep cams are blocked, he's not gonna wait here for 3 minutes to actually see whether those are sentry wards or observer wards. If he finds his creep cam is blocked, he'll just go back to his own jungle. So for the sake of purpose of blocking camps, sentry wards does just as a good job as observer wards, and sentry wards are preferred because observer wards have a cooldown and sentry wards doesn't. At the bottom lane, we do have a Necrolite solo against a dual lane of Venomancer and Witch Doctor. This Witch Doctor might probably gonna roam around a bit. Yeah, he is gonna be roaming to mid lane. Around the mid lane, we do see the Tinker versus the Storm Spirit. I think this lane is gonna have a big indication of how this game is gonna be going. Both team has very frail and low HP heroes, support heroes, and both Tinker and the Storm Spirit does really well against low level and low HP heroes. So whoever wins this lane is going to have a huge advantage in the game. As we see, Miracle is going to try to come around for a gank here. PI is doing a good job staying near his tower, so he's not going to be ganked. And looks like they do see it, but no, tower is going to push Miracle away. Meanwhile, on the top lane here, Chen is offering a little bit of support through Tornado, and that Tornado does a lot of damage here. It's like 30 damage per hit. Yeah, around 30 damage per hit, and that Lich gotta be careful. Tornado isn't really an underestimated ability that teams should really not underestimate, because it does a lot of damage, gives you some nice slow here. It looks like tri lane for the Sentinel at top is going to be a tri-slow lane. And I mean, the power of this lane is not bad. Oh, Lich very low HP here. He almost one hit away from death. And his teammate actually bailed him out. It looks like Azin is going to be a little bit trouble as well here. This slow lane, I mean, the power potential, the damage potential is very high, because Gush minus armor, Nova for the slow, Gravekeeper for the slow, Grave Chill for the slow, and the slow assumption for that final nuke. They do a lot of damage, as we see it in Nirvana. So getting ganked, he should be okay. A lot of tango and a lot of armor on this hero, so he is gonna juke, and he is actually taking some damage, but it looks like he is gonna be okay. Yeah, going back to this trialing at top, a lot of slow and a lot of slow and chasing power and right click power, but the thing is that they don't have any stuns, and a good line to impale for that line is gonna just bail him out. So I probably don't see line dying anytime soon if he plays his card right, and he should be able to benefit off a gank. But this defensive Chungo Chen is not gonna help his team too much either, because he's can't really gank this trialing at top, nor can he really gank the Stormster at mid. So I'm not too sure what this defensive Chen is all about. Maybe he just want to grab a quick level 4 or 5 or 6, so he could be a little bit more helpful. So you see Witch Doctor is going to be roaming around with the invisibility rune. He is level 1, so no Maledict here. And we are going to see the cast going to be come off. Gale is going to come in, and we do see Miracle doing a good job. Oh my god, what nice blocking coming by Miracle, blocking a hit or two and letting that Venomancer do right click here. And they are going to get Nirvana, so well done by Miracle. And this is exactly what I mean by every little bit counts, man. If Miracle didn't do that tiny every little bit of block on that Necrolite, that Necrolite would probably live with like 10 HP. As we see, TIE Hunter is going to be ganking that Tinker. Tinker is so in trouble. There is going to be Electric Vortex. There we go. And we do see that Tinker going down. So 1-1 is going to be the score for both of these guys. Both of these teams, excuse me. And this should be shaping up to be a very exciting game, as we see Chen coming around here. And looks like, can he get a gank around these two guys now? There's only 2 heroes. That TIE Hunter just went mid now. Looks like he is going to be back out. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane here, we do see Venomancer starting to push here. And good job done by Miracle. Another great move by Miracle, pulling the creeps away. These creep is going to just follow that Witch Doctor, and thus allow the Venomancer to push like crazy. Doing the same thing is Nirvana, so pulling the creeps off the tower, but he is going to take a lot of creep damage from these creeps, and they are just really pesky here. And we do see 5 Plague Works are replanted, and this tower is going to be definitely going to be taken down. Let's see who is going to get the last hit or the deny here. We do see Glyph is going to be popped, and tower is going to be denied by Nirvana. So meanwhile, looking in the mid lane, we do see Stormster might be in trouble. There is a Tesla Rocket is going to get, no, it looks like Puppy's lasted. Did get Yaffets here, so well done by the Scourge team. getting a gank on the mid lane, and at the very least pushing a tower down the bottom lane. Although this tower was denied, that they did actually get a little bit of map control. This lane is starting to be extremely dangerous, because look at how far it is to the any safe spot for that Necrolite. I think Necrolite in this case should ferry himself a TP scroll immediately. If judging the two heroes at the bottom lane is going to be that Venomancer and the Witch Doctor, those two heroes are strong DOT heroes, but not many stun between those two heroes. So if he was ever ganked, a single teleport scroll is going to keep him safe. So I think he should ferry himself a TP scroll immediately for safety issues. Meanwhile, looking back mid lane, we do see Tinker at 21-13 and Storm Spirit at 16-7. Wow, really being bullied here, and we can see that the level is just telling the tale here. Basically halfway to 7, and not even 6 for that Storm Spirit. So Storm Spirit at fully level behind, and I think that is a little bit bad. Tinker is a very big bully in that mid lane, because he's gonna just walk up and laser rocket, and there's really nothing you could really do. And Stormster, keep in mind, is a very low HP and feral hero, and the fact that you're falling behind in terms of EXP is going to be, a big tail. As we see bottom lane, we are going to see that Witch Doctor and Venomancer are going to come around. There is going to be a cast, and this time we are going to have Maledict here, and there's a Gale, and oh my god, that Necrolite is going to be in trouble. There's a whole bunch of creeps hitting him down as well, and he's probably going to die to that Maledict, and this is what I meant, needing that TP scroll. If he had that TP scroll, he could have just TP'd out immediately after that cast was finished bouncing. So that was pretty much an unnecessary death. But you can't blame Nirvana.cn for anything, because I'm actually observing, so I see the entire minimap, whereas Nirvana.cn probably has a lot limited vision compared to me. So, anyways, looking at the top lane here, we do see Puppey at level 5, and level 5 and 6 are those magical levels for the Chen. And we have Chen here. That is a fun joke name, I guess, here. Meanwhile, the line here, very close to 6. So I gotta say, Azin's doing an extremely good job keeping himself safe. And I think that's mostly more on the fail part of Nirvana China. Because a successful trialing, you're supposed to kill their solo at least, once or twice before he even gets at least 5 or 6. And it looks like this line is gonna get 6 fairly soon. And these low HP heroes gotta be careful. Oh. Well, Necrolite is a tank beast, but yeah, Lich gotta be careful, because Lich doesn't have the tanking power like Necrolite does. So, meanwhile, looking at the back lane here, the Storm Spirit is just not having a good day. 25-7 against 36-14, getting out CS and out deny. Whoa, he gotta be careful, man. He's wasting a whole bunch of mana just to grab this invisibility rune. I can't say that's exactly worth it. And with this Invis rune, he might be able to gank this bottom lane. Let me see if he can. Pycat 6 sense, Spider sense, and it's gonna run out. Very good map awareness by Pycat, probably thanks to Kuroki telling them that someone's missing. Okay, yeah, good map awareness by Pycat here. Actually having treads and a TP scroll finish. TP scroll, I mean, this you might be thinking is a very early TP scroll, but Venomancer is actually a very good counter gank hero. Let's say if he sees his line being jumped. Oh, big gank going in the mid lane, top lane, excuse me. As we see the Lich just got fingered off, and we do see this Visage should be okay. No, Tinker is gonna come around. Rocket, laser, and Visage is gonna go down as well. So really well done by the Scourge team. This is 1 and 5 in favor of Scourge team. Looks like the top tower for Sentinel is gonna be pushed as well. But going back to this TP scroll by Venomancer, Venomancer, one of the best counter ganking hero once he turns level 6, and that's because of his ability to drop down an ultimate, and that ultimate is just one of the most damaging DLT in the game. For God's sake, it's a DLT ultimate, right? So it is extremely damaging. And looks like they are going to get this tower as well, unless we see 3 or 4 TP to come in, but looks like that is going to be not going to be the case. Keep in mind that Nirvana China, again, not a good counter pushing team, so unless they got 3 or 4 heroes under that tower, they are really just consent to give up towers, really. They really can't pick fights. And I think that is the ultimate downfall of I guess, Nirvana.cn's picking. Really, they need the Tidehunter to be level 6. They need the Lich to be level 6. And let me see how Tinker is farming. Tinker is sitting at 24 gold, so that means he has picked up his BOT. Yes, that is BOT finished. This is a 10-minute BOT. Let me see what's his score. He's actually 0-1, so he's not, getting a lot of kills, and he's only got 41 creep kills. So that is mostly due to the tower push. And did he last at the tower? Yeah, he did last at the tower, so that did definitely help out a lot. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, let me see how Necrolize's farming. Necrolize 0 to 39 and 10. Not exactly the best farm from Zoe. Zoe usually in other games he would have treads and like Basilius and halfway to his mecha finish at this point, but unfortunately he did get ganked. Tower did get pushed, so his low-level farm is not to be unexpected. Meanwhile, on the top lane, we do see Tidehunter already picking up level 6. Lich already picking up level 6. And where's that Storm Spirit? Storm Spirit at level 7 with the Invisible Rune. I think at this point they should be able to start to look for a fight. Because these two core heroes are level 6. And I think with the successful fight, they can pick off the mid tower. And it looks like they are going to get, getting themselves in place to do so here. Tinker is going to be TPing mid, and Tinker is one of those heroes that is just difficult to push against here, and that's just what I mean, right? Just 2 nukes and just does so much damage to any single target. And once he grabs level 13 or 14, he can use his Marcher Machine, and that will nullify a push cold as well. And we do see Invisible Stormster is going to be coming in. Let's see who's going to grabbing the Tinker, the Witch Doctor, or the Chen is going to be a good choice here. Let's see if he's going to focus. Vice is going to be in trouble here. He's going to take Soul's Chat. Tidehunter is going to go in. Chain Frost is going to be casted. A lot of damage. Lion gets picked off immediately. Going for the Chen next. Chen taking a lot of Chain Frost damage. And Chen is going to take a Soul Assumption to the face. But meanwhile, that Venomancer Earl is going to do a lot of residual damage to everything here. We do see a Stormster going down. And we do see Necrolite very low HP here. Soul Assumption is going to be cast on the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor taking a lot of damage as well. I think this team fight is ended here. I think, was that 2 for 2? I think that was, yeah, that was, yeah, 2 for 2. So not the worst team fight for the Sentinel team, but they did lose the Stormster, and looks like they are going to be pushed at the main lane. Oh, Necrolite completely in trouble in this case, and he is going to be cast Rocket Laser to death here. Oh, another kill, but a good Venomous Gale coming from Pycat here, and this is going to get them another kill. And because the Sentinel team lacked the pushing power, anytime they lose a team fight like this, they are going to lose another tower. And I think they are, I mean, I'm not too sure exactly what they need to do at this point, because that definitely was one of their strong point in the game, getting both the Ravage and the Chain Frost here. Of course, the Tidehunter wasn't able to, or the Storm Spirit wasn't able to do a lot because he was in the center of everything and he didn't have his BKB finish. But these guys, the Scourge team will only get stronger with time, because so far the Chen is not really peaked yet. He could grab one more creep. Keep in mind that last team fight, the Chain Frost has some really lucky bounces. Didn't really bounce on the creeps all too much. And also keep in mind that the Scourge team also has a lot of surviving power. And you don't want to really fight long team fights with the Scourge team. As we see, Stormster, gotta be careful, man. You really don't want to fight long team fights with the Scourge team because of their ability with the Venomancer ult, with the Hand of God, and also with the rearmed on Tinker. These guys could do a lot of damage in a very, very long team fight, and they could survive for a long time as well. And good job by Puppy here, picking up the Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi, one of the most underrated creeps here. Frost Armor is just an insane spell. And look at these guys just getting so much extra armor. Look at that, plus 11 armor, plus 12 armor, just insane amount of armor. And they are going to push another tower down. Nirvana.cn just consent to give up every single tower. Every one of their exterior towers. They already are down, what, 4 towers to none. It looks like they're going to try to push the top tower. Lion going to be in trouble here. There is going to be some nice chain stunning from Banana. Hand of God is going to come in just about a single hero. And looks like Necrolite is going to go out instead. Looks like Vice might be in trouble here. Great blocking here. Now with the Stormster coming in, it's going to try to focus down on the Tinker. Tinker does go down, but Stormster very low HP. No, excuse me. Vice is very low HP. Now Stormster might be in trouble here. Stormster very low mana as well. It's gonna zip up to trying to focus on the Lion. Lion does have a lot of mana. No, using all his mana, but that cast is gonna be bouncing here. There is gonna be a gush, and are they gonna pick off the Lion? Yes, they do finally pick off the Lion. So that was another 2 for 2 kill, but frankly, they lost the Necrolite and they lost the Visage. So not too sure whether that 2 for 2 is worth a trade. But meanwhile, in the bottom lane, this is gonna be the bigger problem here. Another tower being gone down here. The pushing power of the Scourge is just too much here. Necrolite is going to TP and try to drive these guys away, but these amount of Plague War is just doing so much. Look at how many creeps is on these guys, and they are just going to do so much damage to the bot racks. I'm not too sure what they defend here.